Hello you, welcome to Geekers and welcome to this quick update video for 2 Point Museum, or should I say Zooseum. That's right, a new DLC has been announced for the end of 2025 and it is zoo focused. We don't know much about it so far other than that we are going to be looking after and rehabilitating animals and sending them back out into the wild through a new museum location. We'll have a release date and more details coming soon, but I'm excited to cover this one. Had a lot of fun with Fantasy Finds. Didn't quite finish the playthrough. The last one got real sort of the last thing for the last star got real sort of grindy, but always enjoy my time in 2 Point, always enjoy sharing it with you as well, so we'll definitely come in to have a look at this when it's released as soon as I can. But yeah, at the moment we don't know anything else. The one thing I will say that's quite interesting is the key art for this. For those of you who don't know, the key art is the sort of the picture that is used at the end of videos on the Steam About page, all that kind of thing. Shows relatively normal looking animals. In the trailer there's a hamster and a tiger. Here in the key art there is a panda, a capoeira, and then a relatively ostentatious looking bird, so there's definitely some sort of fantastical things in there, but it'd be interesting to see how sort of realistic quote unquote they go with the animals, because obviously the animals that we have in the game currently through either the fossils, the skeletons, or the fish or the marine life, they're all quite whimsical. You know, two-headed dragons, two-headed dinosaurs even, excuse me, and, you know, fish that are in the shape of lollipops and tiger fish that are actually, you know, have tiger faces. But I think there's something to be said about having the animals in this be a little bit more real, to sort of care a bit more about their well-being, perhaps. I'm not sure. Obviously, Planet Zoo and Zoo Tycoon in the past, you can actually get quite attached to the little digital animals because of how cute they were. So I do kind of like the idea of some of the animals, at least in this, being relatively normal, for want of a better word. I mean, I guess we'll see more soon. The only other thing I wanted to mention is having a look at some of the comments on YouTube and on Steam about this. A few people are saying, well, why are there animals in a zoo game before we've got art and statues, that kind of thing? I think the best way to look at 2 Point Museum is more of a natural history museum. Maybe that's not so much of a thing outside of the UK, because so far pretty much everything they've added to the game has felt very much in keeping with a museum, more geared towards natural history. I did say that I would like to see art. I think art could be a fun thing, you know, paintings that you know, work like the Harry Potter paintings with characters inside, or maybe you've got to get rid of fakes like the Animal Crossing artwork or something like that. But yeah, this is definitely more of a natural history museum. Now, whether or not I'm seeing full panda bears in a museum, obviously not. But, you know, reptiles, small furry creatures, that sort of thing. And there's definitely some sort of like museum/zoo hybrids that sort of lean towards more like botanical gardens, that then also have a bit of a natural history sort of fossil exhibit and animals as well. I think this fits perfectly. A lot of people are saying that 2 Point Zoo would have been a game that they would love to see. I don't know whether or not a full game in the 2 Point style for a zoo would work, just because I think that the sort of slight zaniness of 2 Point doesn't necessarily lend itself to a whole game about animals. I think this is a really great middle ground where we can see these really beautifully animated animals. I'm sure they will be, but working within the confinements of a larger system with the museum. I think it's a great mix. You know what? Maybe we do see 2 Point Zoo in the future. Who knows? You know, 2 Point Hospital had some training stuff that maybe led to 2 Point Campus. I can't really see how we got from 2 Point Campus to 2 Point Museum, but who knows? Either way, I think this is a really great fit as a DLC to Museum. Exciting stuff. Looking forward to seeing more. I think 2 Point Museum is easily the strongest in the series so far, and these DLCs are really fleshing it out well. They're always a great price point. They come along just at the right time, just when you feel like you're done and want to dip back in again. We get another one, so hopefully in the next few weeks maybe we'll be able to show you more, but right now I know no more than yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good.